Okay, now I know I'm kind of late. Roman Reigns won the 2026 Royal Rumble. I know, happened like a week ago. But I still wanted to talk about it because as soon as he won the Royal Rumble, first of all, Rumble was atrocious. Just my thoughts. Second of all, the main thing is that the main thing with Roman was who was he gonna pick? Was he gonna go after CM Punk World Heavyweight Championship or Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Championship? And at first, when I saw him win, as like probably a lot of you thought. I thought he was gonna go against Drew. Because it's the championship that he created, that he made, whatever, whatever. And it just made sense. And also because last year we saw the triple threat with Roman and Punk, so there was like no incentive to have that feud. But man, did you guys see that promo on Raw? I'm trying out new mic. Okay, so please, if it's too loud, not my problem. But the promo they had on Raw, I got convinced immediately. Legitimately, as soon as they started talking, as soon as the promo started between the two, not just Roman in the ring, but when Punk joined in, I don't know where I should be here. Seems fair. As soon as the promo started, as soon as they started talking, exchanging, Roman Reigns bring out the Zebros or some shit. Uh, you know, Punk talking about like I brought you into this company with the Shield, I made you, and then Roman saying like you made me, I created my own destiny, created my legacy, talking about the title reigns. I was immediately locked in, and this match, main event of WrestleMania, is absolutely gonna slap, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me be clear about that. It's gonna be, it's, you know, first of all, I think it's gonna be a great match. They're both very good wrestlers. I think they can work well together. I just hope we don't see a repeat of the other times where, Punk faced a Shield member, where it's always like, falls on his knees, the guy falls on his shoulders and, oh my gosh, ready for a GTS. Um, so not only is the match going to be pretty good, but the promos, if Roman can appear more than once per month, and I love Roman, my favorite wrestler, but if Roman can be there, show up to work, it's going to be an insane build up. The promos between these two, there's still so much they can talk about and they can dive deeper into it. They can go back to the Shield when like they came up, and Roman could legitimately say the only reason that Punk kept his title at Survivor Series 2012 was because of the Shield. If the Shield had interfered, probably would have lost it. We'll never know, but and they can start talking about Moxley if they want to break the fourth wall and have people talking on the internet. They can even talk about Seth a little bit. I just wanted to take some time to talk about this match because there might be some of you out there still skeptical with this match because we saw it in part last year, and now there's not Paul Heyman in the middle of all of this to create more tension and drama. But I think there's, in terms of like the rivalry and the relationship that Punk and Roman have, there is so much more to dive in. You know, there is so much more to see, so much more to talk about because it's not just random. It's not just two random guys. One of them won the Royal Rumble. They're gonna fight a Mania. They have history. Punk brought in the Shield into WWE, and at first Punk didn't want it to be Roman Reigns. He wanted it to be forgot the guy. Uh, I think it was Cassius Ono, but I'm not sure. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I just legitimately think that there is so much more to explore. With the relationship of these two. You know, Roman Reigns carrying the company when Punk left. You know, they can talk about Seth, they can talk about Paul. You know, they can talk about both of their reigns. Punk having the 434-day title reign, and Roman 13, 16 days. You know, I, I just think, I just think it can really, in terms of hype and like build up to the match, it can be probably one of the best things we'll see for WrestleMania this year. Legitimately, because on the other side we'll probably have like Drew, Cody, Fatu, and Orton, maybe, or like a triple threat, or it'll be something like that. Um, but for Roman versus Punk, I think It's not the fact that like it's new and it's something we haven't seen. It's more the fact that they can build up the anticipation for the match just by themselves. Don't have to do anything, don't have to prepare anything. It'll just be plain and simple. They'll just build up the match, with weekly promos. I don't know how much Roman will be there. Punk can still do promos on his own. Roman could do a couple promos on his own, and then they can have the face to face promos. Once again, the history to unravel here. Um, Maybe Heyman will have a couple of things to say about that. You could maybe see a segment in the ring with Reigns, Heyman, and Punk, you know, where like Heyman, not necessarily Heyman doesn't necessarily join, to back up one of the two, but just come to talk about both of them and could destroy them both or hype them both, you know. If they want, they could have Paul Heyman legitimately hype up this match to be like one of the greatest matches we've ever seen. So there might be some people still skeptical, but the match will probably be very good because they can work very well together. And if we can get Roman Reigns, you know, to appear at least a couple of times, before the match, the build up will be incredible. The promos will be fantastic. So this is a match that I want to see, that I hope that you want to see, and I'm just curious to hear your thoughts and maybe debate about it. Do you think it's actually a good match? Do we think it's going to be good? Do we think the build up is going to be good? Is Roman Reigns going to actually show up? Um, that was pretty much the goal of these videos. In case I'm gonna take one more minute to just talk about this, the channel, me, etc. Maybe you've seen me before. I posted content on Elish Oos. I post on TikTok, on YouTube, mainly on my other channel. But I've decided to dedicate this channel to facecam content, just like this, where I'm just talking about random stuff. My goal is really just to share about professional wrestling, especially WWE, because I absolutely love this company. I've been loving pro wrestling. I've been watching it for over a decade now, or soon to be a decade. I started watching at WrestleMania 31. Yeah, so it's been over a decade, if I'm not mistaken, once again. Um, Huge fan of pro wrestling, and I want to use this channel, just like this, to share with the community, to have debates. So if you want to talk in the comments section, talk about a bunch of stuff, whatever you want to give your opinion on Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. I'll probably do another video where I'll be talking about my predictions for the WrestleMania 42 card, who I think is going to face who in what match, what capacity, what's the storyline behind it. And my goal is just really to talk, to share, to find some people that love pro wrestling as well, that want to talk. I have no problem doing videos with other people, doing podcasts, whatever. I don't mind. I just want to share. I want to talk. I want to debate, because this is something I love, and I would love to share that passion with a lot of people. Um, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. If it's the first time you see me, or if you're not subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe just right down below. Doesn't cost you anything, and it's free. Helps me out a lot, and maybe my throat will get better one day. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.